Okay, let's start the show with this catchy tune.
Yes. I got the. Oh, I'm sharing my stuff. Oh, okay. What y'all do? I got it this time.
Got the shit. All right, we up. Share. All right.
We are live. Everybody shared and everybody's good. Okay. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? It's a Wednesday. It's another Wednesday. You know, we come to you every Wednesday at the Red Room here on the talk show. And we just got a few topics to talk with you tonight about. And before we start, you know, of course, we're going to start out by introducing everyone on this panel, you know, so you can know who to follow, you know, who to crack up at, and who to block. We're going to start out with Adonis.
Experience. Here we go. I'm sorry. I'm Adonis, erotic author at the Boa Experience on Instagram, at Boa_erotica, Boaerotica.com, and the Boa Experience every third Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the month here at the Red Room. I'm high. Sorry, you had to forgive me.
That's how we're gonna start this show tonight.
That's how we started, man. I'm like, look, I'm trying to share this shit
at the Red Room. He's high on life.
I'm like, look,
high on life
look,
right
I'm
now.
high on. I'm look.
Pass the mic to you.
Yeah.
And I am El Monique. I'm a spoken word artist and author, and thank y'all. Friend of the Red Room.
This your girl J Bay. Find me on Instagram, official_ Coach J Bay 24. Look forward to talking with you guys.
I'm Nicole, cousin of the Red Room. You can block me.
Don't block me.
And it is Superman Majestic Gent Entertainment. You can find me on Instagram, Majestic Gent, and on social media, Facebook, Superman Smith.
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm new to the Red Room.
Hey, now, new to the Red Room. He got a little shy buzz in there. Hey.
Say lottie-dottie.
Hi, I'm Terry. I'm new to the Red Room.
Dinah Ryan, licensed professional counselor here in Texas, ACET certified sex therapist, ICF certified life coach. So you can find me on all the social media.
I'm Keelan, certified goon. Okay, no, I'm fucking with you. No, I'm Keelan, lifestyleunlimited.club. You can find me on a whole bunch of platforms, but I'm Keelan, and I'm here.
Final one. I'm Sergio Garcia, as well, new to the Red Room. And you can find me on all social medias, The Real Estate Surge. Hit me up, any of them. Waiting to talk to y'all.
All right, now we got some new people in the building. I can't wait to see what this night is gonna turn up. You know what I mean? They look a little shy over there in the corner. Hopefully they get a little of that alcohol in them. Loosen up a little bit. There we go. Let's loosen up a little bit. All right, so we're going to go to the first topic. First topic is about body enhancements, okay? Now, you know, that's a popular thing nowadays. You know, we have a lot of BBLs and breast lifts, mommy makeovers, whatever you want to call them. Men, we have our enhancers too. You know what I'm talking about? We got we got some projects that we can get into as well. But I'm gonna start out with Superman over here to the right because he sees a lot of enhancements. So I just what do you think about enhancements in general, there, Superman?
They're done right. I ain't got no problem with them. None at all. It's just that overboard mess, man.
The overboard. What do you call it? Overboard? Explain it.
That's too big for your thighs. Your titty big, too big for your shoulders.
Okay.
Right. All of that.
What about when that body, when that new body is that ego is too big for that new body?
Yeah, that's one too. Yeah. That's
when that ego. I'm looking at you, ladies. When that ego is not matching that body. Let me just say that. Yeah, I want you to be the same person you were before you went to that doctor. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Oh, JB, let me let you talk.
What I'm talking about?
So I actually have experience in this industry. I did lymphatic massage for post-op recovery for about a year. And just this is Michigan. So, but that industry is huge, and for me personally, like Sue said, when it's done right, it's cool. But I'm thinking I want to know what genetically, what my kids are going to look like. If you meet someone and they've done all these alterations to their body, then it doesn't change their genes. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but I mean, that's yeah, you gotta look. Yeah, so but I shouldn't have to do that. I want to know. I want to look at the woman that I'm settling down with and know exactly what my kids are going to look like, when they come out. But just I have a certain fetish, so BBLs are are cool, but like you said, when they done right, but when it's overboard,
they're changing the natural selection process, is what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Keelan.
I actually don't mind, right? But once again, I'm like Soup said, it depends on how I look. If it's too much, I'm not a fan of it, right? But if it makes you look better, makes you feel better, because a lot of times it's about how they feel about their bodies. And if it makes them feel better, I'm okay with it. I want to say I like really nice ass and really nice titties. So if you got nice ass, nice titties, and it look good on your body, and you feel confident in yourself, and it helps you to be whatever better person you are, I'm cool with it. I enjoy it. I will enjoy your body for you. And also their minds. And also I enjoy their minds. You have amazing minds out there, and also I enjoy your minds.
He loves the minds as well. Momentarily.
So I listen, as a woman, okay, it's about what makes you feel good, right? So when a woman looks in the mirror, they want to see what they feel looking back at them, what makes them feel attractive and beautiful. I am okay with dating myself. I am turning 49 in October, and I'm a mother of 3 children. So this body is not the body of that 35-year-old, and there are some things that need to be corrected. So yeah, I'm a fan of getting things done that make you feel good. But when it becomes not about you and about everybody else, that's when it becomes a problem.
I also feel like most people, I don't really think that they're doing it for the feel about themselves. It's just society. If you're doing it just because your cousin did it, because your homegirl got hers done.
We also got to look at the fact that it's so much money involved. I mean, look at Instagram. You scroll up and down social media, for me on mine, all you see is ass, and you know what I'm saying, and legit. But these women, they're making money. You know what I'm saying? So it's become a product of what it can do for that person. Also, it changes people's lives. Some people's lives, because of course, social media being monetized on social media is changing people's lives. So you're a Instagram model with a million followers, you're getting paid, but all you're doing is taking selfies all day because the only thing you on your Instagram is your ass. Then it also inspires, of course, other people to want to make that kind of money and get into that industry also. So that's another thing. But also, we've been talking about the female end of that, but guys are getting it now too, and that's something I absolutely don't agree with. Me personally, because I'm like, look, I'm like 17 pounds overweight right now for me, but I'm not about to go get it sucked out. I'm gonna get my ass to work. That's how I was raised. So I'm a former athlete, so we got different mentalities. But you see people getting the abdominal grafts, so now they got abs injected or however they do it. I'm like, but here's the crazy part. We talk about the imbalances of bodies, how when women get too much ass and it doesn't match their thighs. What about when the dudes are getting abs but have no other definition in the rest of their body? That don't match either. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be balanced. He said, bro. Yeah, it's real.
As an individual who had a mommy makeover after I had my son, plastic surgery should be done for you because you want to do something for you. But today's, if you're one of those people that are externally validated, right? You're not internally motivated, but you're externally motivated. Plastic surgery is going to be a must for you because you're looking at likes, especially social media, especially the younger crowd. You're looking at likes. You're looking at who's looking at you. And if the beast is being fed, so the men are like, okay, well, I don't like that. But you over here liking, you over here scrolling, you over here paying, but you don't like that, right? And this young lady that made 6 figures, but you don't like that. The dissonance that's going on is unreal. A lot of judgment about these, Brazilian butt lifts. A lot of judgment about these lips too big. But y'all all up the Kardashians' ass, and all of them got the lips done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, for example. So you can't have a double standard when it comes to, well, I don't like this for my partner, but I'm going to be on social media scrolling all of this crazy. If you're getting plastic surgery for you, cool, because you want to feel better about your body. If you have children, childbirth does a number on your body in general. Some people are able to escape it. Some of us, like myself, we're not. My son did a number on my body, and I just wanted my body back how it was prior to being pregnant. And did I do that for anyone else but me? No. But when I got my boobs done, I'm going to tell y'all, everybody got to look at these boobs. Everybody. I be in bars. Look at my tits. Look at them. Look at my tits. Because you know what? I spent enough for them. I thought they looked fabulous, and I wanted everybody else to admire them with me. So everybody got to look at these titties. I don't think there's anything wrong from showing off something that you admire about yourself either.
Hello. I'm good. I guess I think for me, okay, can you jamming on one? My problem is when I see young ladies having a daughter, and they make it all about the likes, all about the hearts and all that, and it's like they lose themselves, and I think us men kind of contribute to, like the young lady was saying, they contribute to that. I think we should kind of start looking at women for who they are, not just she has to have, can you hear me? Oh, okay, let me keep it up here, right here, like this. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I told y'all I'm new to this. I'm new to this. All right, but no, seriously, I think that's the real problem, because a lot of people what we are not talking about is the people suffering. They keep getting it done. And they keep getting it done. Like the Kim, what is it? Lil Kims and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They destroy their bodies, and because they're really not happy. But happiness starts within. It doesn't start outward. It starts inward. And that's the problem I see. And I think a lot of us men contribute to beating the women down and breaking them down so they can't be happy in who they are. You know, that's my take on it.
Well, coming from a woman who got lucky, and I'm saying this because I had 2 kids, and so I was capable of actually snapping back. So I didn't have that thought process. I did because I felt like I was skinny, as far as like I lost a lot of my weight because I breastfed, and lost all the baby weight or whatever. But my issue was I wanted to gain the weight, but I'm like, why, I'm gonna just go to the gym. That was really my only option because I was afraid. Personally, I'm afraid to get cut up. I'm not going. Getting surgery to me was a no-go anyway. So just coming from a different perspective, I definitely agree because I have family members who did get the surgery and it was for them because they felt like, babies did destroy them, stretch marks, things in that nature. Just the body didn't snap the way they thought it would, or, naturally just didn't happen that way. Cards are dealt differently for every person. And respectfully, I agree if you do feel that you need to get that done to make you feel like you again, oh, by all means do it. But I also felt the desire as a woman, like I'll just try to go harder in the gym and have that same, like I'm a small girl, so having a big ass ain't gonna be in my cards, and I just had to accept that. And if you don't like it, it is what it is. And so, not saying, but not saying that I'm not gonna lie. I used to admire like, dang, I would love to have a larger behind, or damn, like my titties are A-. Like I really would love to have. I really would. I don't mind having an A-, but just got you. I had to come to grips to accept where I was, because I can say that I did have a lot of jealousy because I did snap back, at opposed to a lot of women who couldn't. And it wasn't, and then there's some who didn't have kids and still just wanted that. They had certain other issues where they couldn't have the body they wanted. So I'll just say that I'm exhausting my thoughts of little booties matter. That's right. That's right. That's my stamp and I stick to it. Okay. I say that all the time. Little booties do matter, and so do little cherries. All right. But I just say I'm blessed to say that I was able to snap back. And one of my journeys was just making those gains in the gym, because that was a big struggle for me, trying to gain the weight so that I can actually feel like a woman, because I got tired of feeling like a 14-year-old boy. So yeah. A handsome boy. And I was bald headed a long time ago. I didn't have no hair on my head, so it made it worse. But yeah, so that's my 2 cents.
Man, say they gonna get whatever come out of these clothes. I'm more of a personality person. So I done been fat, skinny, lost weight, all that, had weight loss surgery. So it's all good, man. I go off personality when I'm dealing with people, and when they dealing with me, they gonna have to rock with my personality. So that is what it is, thin as a nail, big as a whale. It's all good. Let's get this work. So man, that's just what I'm rocking with it, man. I'm more of a personality. I ain't shallow. I consider, if you look at somebody if that's the reason you with them for a body or how they look or something, they're gonna end that'll end bad. I done been there, done that, done paid for a body. So
yeah, that's gonna end bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. That ship done sailed. Yeah, that ship done sailed. You hear me say thin as a nail, big as a whale. I need your personality.
My thing is literally, I have no issues with the surgeries, the things that people do with their bodies or whatever, but for the ones that are borderline mental illness, that right there, it borderlines that mental illness, and when you continuously go and do this and do that when it's not necessary, that's the effect. What about relationships though? I've heard a lot of these people going out there getting these surgeries, and they're they've got this newfound confidence. They've got this newfound attention and everything. So let's talk about that.
I can see how that happens. I haven't experienced that before, but I can see how the new you, it changes you from that person, from the person you were when you first met and started that relationship. So I could totally see that happening, me being with someone and they become a whole different person from the person that I fell in love with. And now I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not you anymore, and a lot of times that the attention, like you said, the likes, everybody wants to be popular on social media. That's everybody's opportunity for 15 minutes of fame. Whether it's through a reel or a story or something, or just having a lot of followers, so if a person gets caught up in that, I can see it absolutely destroying relationships, because I wouldn't deal with it. But again, if the person did it the right way, had the work done, but it didn't change their personality, it didn't change who they were, then I'm good.
I mean, it's going to change a little bit of their personality, but letting it just kill your relationship. Yeah. It's gonna change. I would expect. As a matter of fact, I would love to see the progress, the blossoming of a woman reclaiming her womanhood. I would love to see that. Don't get me twisted.
I've been through two situations, like with two different women who had the surgery, and it actually brought us closer, because I had to be attentive to the individual. You see what I'm saying? So when you're going through, it's kind of like a bonding stage, in a sense, where, you know what I'm saying, you help nurture her back to health, in a sense. You got what I'm saying? So it was different. It can go both ways. It just depends on where you were prior to. You got what I'm saying? Like, if y'all were strong prior to, you already knew what you was getting into. Y'all had that discussion. Y'all already knew where you was moving towards. And as a man, you got to expect a woman to feel more confident, because at the end of the day, when her confidence grows, yours should as well.
Just like us in the gym. Like us in the gym.
Because I want people, listen, if nobody looking at mine, I need to look at her. Like, straight up. Like, I need everybody looking at her.
And I agree. I want my woman confident and feeling herself, but again, it's levels to it, man. It's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it depends how, or not.
What I'm gonna say is, when your relationship fails because of enhancements that one individual has done, you might want to look at how maybe you've been treating that person in the relationship, and they gain a little confidence and they decide, you know what, I ain't got to deal with this shit. And they out, flying deuces. I'm out. I don't have to deal with this. I can see, obviously, that I have other people that are interested in me. I no longer have to deal with the bare minimum that you're bringing, or the BS that you're bringing. So if your relationship is exploding simply due to plastic surgery, you might want to look at what you've been putting into that relationship, how you've been feeding it, how you've been building it.
I think that goes into males too. Like, if my bad, you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure. I think that's what I was saying earlier. We can. Okay. I think it goes back to us men, encouraging and building up our women from the gate. I think we lack with that. A lot of women go get these surgeries because their man has been beating them down. They've been breaking them down. They've been telling them that what they're not, and, oh, your butt don't look like this, your stomach, or whatever. Then they go do it, and then they get this newfound, like, dang, I feel good about myself. And then they get compliments from other men who said, like, oh, wow, you look good, you look this and everything. And then now the man feels a certain kind of way. But you're supposed to nourish and build your woman up from the gate. You're whether she's big, small, tall, or whatever. Let me stop. I'm not talking to myself. Okay, but anyway, that's what I think you should do anyway.
Well, just looking at from a male. Well, I was gonna say, like, even our men, for instance, is the same way. Dude may have had dad bod for about 5 years in. He decided to go to the gym, start pumping the iron. Now he's starting to look like a zaddy. And we forgot that he looked like a zaddy. You know what I'm saying? And I think we just forget oh God. I think we forget sometimes that we're all human. We all have feelings. And sometimes, when you do lose your self-confidence, it definitely takes a toll on the relationship and you become stagnant. But when you start finding that newfound glory by going to the gym, getting surgery, or finding some sort of thing that gives you that confidence back, then it definitely does open your mind to be like, damn, like, do I really need to be in this relationship? Has he been toxic? Has she been down talking me this whole time? Oh, here goes little man over there saying, oh yeah, you look good. Oh, thank you. Okay. Let's see what you about, and it's unfortunate because I think instead of us making our relationship continuous, when we get to that stagnant point, we're not continuous. That's where that disconnect, I feel, comes from. And that's where I would leave if I feel like I didn't get that continuousness in my relationship where I felt appreciated regardless of how I look.
I think that you have to pay attention to your mate's self-esteem. Like if they met you and they had low self-esteem, or during the relationship you broke their self-esteem down, when they do get that newfound body and they kind of like get off the chain, most of the time it's a symptom of some type of trauma that's set up inside of them that, you got to kind of look at and say, okay, this person is doing this or going through this because there's something inside of them that is broken.
Vodka. You forgot what you get ready to say. I think I heard you say something about your confidence comes from hard work, success.
Yeah, that's where my confidence come from. It come from me being successful, not from how my body look or even my gal or whatever. Like, and me and mine, she got to be comfortable with her own skin because we rank on each other. So whether you little, bring your little ass here, bring your big ass here. So it's all fun and games. It's mine. So regardless what it is, it's mine.
Right. Exactly.
And so, we build that confidence by what we're achieving in life, by the goals and stuff we done set and achieving. So regardless of the body, I don't do it for me.
I heard that.
But one of these days I'm gonna get in there and get real sexy.
You've been quiet over here. Can we pass the mic all the way to the left, Serge? Serge, take the mic. You've been real quiet.
I'll talk a little bit. I see it more as a mutual relationship. The way I see it, and I might be in a different standpoint in my life, but it's, if I'm gonna work out, you gotta work out. We gotta work out together and build ourselves together. If we're gonna both eat junk food all the time, we're both gonna be eating pizza and burgers. So it's more like, if I'm gonna take care of my body, you gotta take care of your body. And if you're not gonna take care of your body, I'm not gonna take care of my body. So I mean that's the reality. And like I said, I don't have kids yet, and I'm in a different standpoint, so I might see it different. But every girl I date, if you're not gonna take care of yourself and I'm gonna be taking care of myself, this ain't gonna work. But like,
if they watching you, they might just want to be like, I'm gonna get on up and go.
Correct. And I don't mind taking someone who doesn't want to take care of themselves and showing them how to take care of themselves. But the whole point is we both got to be in the same level. Because we both grow, we both go down.
I was a trainer for 13 years. So I always believed in health and wellness being a part of my relationship. All my sisters were athletes. My parents, college, basketball players and coaches and stuff like that. So I played college football. I can't just allow myself to fall off like that. It's not in me. And I want to feel good. And mainly I'm trying to be here as long as possible for my kids. I want to see my grandkids. I'm not trying to check out at 50. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if anyone that I'm going to be with, if we're together, we are already mutually aligned on those goals and that level of standard of living. We're going to take care of our bodies, because when your body's shut down, you can't be successful. If you laid up in a hospital bed, how can you work and make money? You see what I'm saying? I got to take care of myself so I can take care of her. Because especially with me being the rock of the house, if I break, everything's going, if she's, I don't want her to have to take up the slack because I didn't take care of myself. I feel like that's irresponsible on my part.
Okay, so I got a question because somebody in the red room got some mechanicals. We gonna talk about
bionic arm. Somebody got a bionic arm.
Meaning somebody got some enhancements. Who in the red room got an enhancement? Is it you? Or is it you? Is it you? Is you, Keelan?
Gadget.
Which one of y'all got enhancement? Somebody guess. Go ahead.
Okay, to you fellas. All right, we're gonna go dress it, fellas. Now, we've been talking about the women this whole time, fellas. Okay, for you fellas, believe it or not, there are some amazing enhancements out there. I stumbled up on one of them. Unfortunate circumstance, but it ended up really well afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I it is what it is. We found a little lump. We found a little lump in the testicle area. They took care of that afterwards, but then they informed me that since all of this has happened to my growing area, that I could get a prosthesis. Now, fellas, let me tell you something about that. I'm talking about, we get a little older, we not the same like we used to and all of that stuff at 19, you know what I mean? So with that being, I'm acting 15. I'm acting 15, but I want to say this, that they got some amazing things out there. Fellas, do not continuously, if you're having a real issue, let's say ED or anything else like that, prostate cancer, anything, all this stuff is real. This shit is so real out here, man. Like I said before, I've said this before, that every drugstore, every corner store, every grocery store, anywhere you go, you'll find a rhino pill, you can find Cialis, you can find Viagra. That's a big issue for men in general that they're just not talking about. Okay, so the more that you take that, the more that you risk raising your blood pressure and so forth and so on. So go to your doctor, man. Get a real fix for that situation. Me, I got a prosthesis button, so I got what? Huh?
I think number one, I'm 46, and I went through that a little bit, but and I'm okay. God kind of blessed me, but the thing is, I think when you start back eating right and you start looking at your health, like the brother said over there, we really got to take care of ourselves. I need to let this go, like all that, like when you start drinking warm water, your body's full of water. You start, taking care of your body more, it takes care of you, and it can take care of you in the bedroom, if we do that. And I think that's the problem. Like we kind of look at like surgeries and the pills and all this stuff instead of saying, you know what, let's not eat the chicken. Let's eat the greens. You know what I'm saying? Let's eat the cabbage. Let's do that instead of doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we got to get back to, like our natural, our teeth. Look at our teeth. Our teeth's not even built for meat. I think we go back to the health, everything else will just fall in place. Like we make the doctors rich. We make them rich because we've been taught to just eat. Destructive. If we kind of do it the right way, we'll have the right results. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Okay. So as they say, it's a push button. It's a now that is true. If you eat right and so forth and so on, it will fix a lot of your issues. For those that it does not fix, like me and prostate cancer and all kind of other things, there are other solutions. But mine is a push button. There's a bulb in my testicles. There's a whole unit running up my shaft of my penis.
Balls, y'all.
Yeah, there's a whole mechanism that runs up the shaft of my penis, and there's a bulb in my balls, and there's actually a reservoir in my abdomen, and you can pump it up, leave it up as long as you fucking want. You can go all night long. You can bust 20 nuts. I don't care what you do. It only goes down when you let it down. So yeah, we got we got a question from the audience. What's your question in the audience? It feels natural, extremely natural. You would never be able to tell. It'll get extremely hard. It'll stay extremely hard until you let it down. It feels natural. I thought when I first got it that it was going to change. It's going to change how I felt during sex, and am I going to feel it afterwards? Am I going to feel the sex the same? I'm more sensitive now, actually. And yes, you could go to town on that thing and still not be able to tell it's something in there.
So it just stay up and you let it cut it off. So it just stay up till you cut the ignition off. You just got kill switch on it.
I'm gonna say when he told me about it, he said, "Man, we was having drag conversation. We were here drinking a whole lot." He told me about it, and I was like, "Okay, here go this bullshit." I kid you not. That's literally my first thought. Here go this bullshit. But we always got here and not a little too much. We get some regular lives, and they're like, "Look, it wasn't bullshit." But I was like, "Fuck it, dog. Let me see it."
Mike,
Is it
We
back?
good?
2, 1, 2.
We good? Sorry about that.
Okay, first of all, we're gonna blame the social media crew. Hold on, we're gonna blame the social media crew for this one.
You say let's go back to Superman.
We are apologize for our technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not the only one that's
so I
high.
was saying I commend Taurus for sharing his procedure, because a lot of men, they're not confident or don't have the awareness to share that information, man. I commend you on that, man. Take a lot.
Yeah, man, you know,
that's
hey,
confidence for real.
You got to keep it 100. I'm tired of these brothers out here not keeping it 100. Oh, I'm still 19. That's a motherfucking lie, because Shanika told me that was a lie. I'm just going to say.
Talking. Shanika out there talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, them women be pillow talking, brothers.
Tell us how much it costs.
Oh, okay. If y'all missed that, it was 20 grand, fellas. If you want to go get one of these, it's 20 grand. It is well worth it. Well worth it. All right.
So you got your money back?
I can definitely earn my money back.
Starting next Saturday and every Saturday, is going to be a light bulb class.
Not the light bulb.
If you're considering getting a light bulb, you can meet them here at 9:00 in the morning. Here to discuss the procedure and help you on your way.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next topic. All right. Speaking of penises, ladies, does size really matter? You know, I watched this video and this lady was talking about, you know, that little hand that we put back there that means calm the fuck down. Is that true? Is that true, ladies? Does size really matter? Talk to us, ladies. Oh, he gonna put the mic up to your mouth. I think he can say you got something to say about this. he said speak on that size, baby.
Put it to your mouth right there. Yeah. Rick say don't play with it.
It matters to me. It matters to me.
So
And
you
not
need a large.
Looking at your eyes.
Nice.
it needs to be large and well of girth.
Well, okay, put the mic up to your mouth. Let us know. Put the mic up to your mouth and let us know exactly what size. Well, what do you consider large? Somewhere you can put two hands on. Is that large? Like you got that mic right there.
This is large, but
That's large.
She said the
Lord Jesus. Okay, well. Why you got? Hey, he's Superman already. Hey, he just wanted to let y'all know that commercial, that advertisement was directed towards him. He said, "I'm covering all that." Okay, come on, Nicole.
All I'm gonna say is, it depends on what activity I'm doing. Right? When I was younger and I was doing a lot of black backdoor, I'm gonna need you to be a little on the smaller side, because I don't need that to be a permanent open hole. I don't. Right? When I was younger, a lot of backdoor action. Right? You know, if I don't need you to rearrange my guts. I don't need you to, I need to knock the bottom out this shit. None of that. No. You know, I need you to be regular. And if I go ahead and put my hand, I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down. You doing too much right now. You're going too hard. You're going too deep. I don't like that. Don't do that. That hurts. So if I'm doing that, I'm gonna need you to stop and start taking some short strokes or something. Whatever the hell you're doing, I need you to stop doing it and do something different. Nah, because men be thinking, okay, I just need to knock the bottom of it. No, you do not knock the bottom out of nothing. You don't need to knock the bottom out of nothing. Sometimes you banging into the cervix, that shit hurts. You know, sometimes you creating situations where women are bleeding now for the next 3 days because of some bullshit that y'all done. Y'all think y'all doing the most, and now we mad and we can't even have sex and we don't even feel good. You know, that's just learning that you can't go in balls to the wall and think you're doing something. You know,
I'm sorry. If he's immature sexually, that's what he's gonna do. Bam, 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 bam. You feel it, you get
right,
it.
but see that's that's that BS that y'all sitting around talking sometime, old heads talking to you, boy, you just need to do this, and they going in like gangbusters, and you hurting your girl, you hurting your woman at the same time. Yeah. So does size matter? Absolutely. Does skill matter? Matters more.
That's right.
Matters more than size.
That's right. That's true.
And if you got and if you on a smaller statured individual, if your mouth game is on point, truthfully speaking, size don't matter that much. It don't matter that much. If your mouth game is on point. Then you stellar. Fuck. High five up in this piece. High five. You got both? High
five. That's when you get your windows knocked out.
Yeah, I done had that.
Man, give me that. You about
let's go.
Size. First of all, you need to know what you're doing. That's the problem. Some people be having wide load equipment and you don't know how to drive the bitch. And sometimes, I'm not saying scrimps, but the smaller entities do actually, it depends on what they're doing. It's in the hips, it's in the actual connection, it's in there's a boatload of things besides power driving. And immaturity is beyond the fact of matter of age, because I hear how men talk and be talking about like what Ms. Dye said was like, oh, I'm plowing in that pussy. Oh, what? Like, first of all, do you want me to die? I'm trying to actually be pleasurable. You don't like, we want to have pleasure amongst each other. And there's no way that you think me being in pain is okay. Now there's a good pain, but it's not like my chest is on fire for no reason. And I think, but the problem is that we gas these dudes up because the fake orgasm aspect. Oh, daddy, you did good. Yeah. They still do that. And the fake orgasm aspect comes into play. So the communication is off. Men are thinking that they're doing something right because a woman is also thinking like, okay, well, I'm not feeling anything. I'm gonna go get my rose in about 15 minutes. But I'm gonna make him feel good, stroke his ego. So he over here thinking, who's the man? I'm the man. I just no, you did not. You didn't do shit. You didn't do nothing, but just basically I gotta go to the OB next week because something's wrong.
But why don't you go get the rose and do it using in front of him and show him how you want to be touched?
But that ain't the damn question.
I'm just
I want to say, speaking on that,
most guys are not mature enough.
That's what I'm just going to say.
To handle that.
Some dudes feel some kind of way if I have a toy.
Hey, I want you to have the best climax you can have. I want you to pull out your favorite toy and incorporate that damn, because that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Talking about the Redroom, y'all.
Okay, my bad. We went all the way there. We went all the way there.
Y'all are mature enough to accept the fact that toys can be something, or roles, or we talking about regular dudes.
Shit. Okay, well, we gonna send a message out. Send a message out to the regular dudes.
Just us. Everybody else needs to hear this.
Let's send a message out to the regular dudes. It's okay to incorporate some toys, a little playtime. Hey, sometimes you want to warm those motors up as well, fellas. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Get them.
Patient.
You know.
Right,
hey, So hey. It's okay to ask them what they want. It is.
One with like a Buick.
I don't like toys. I feel that for me, foreplay is an art. No, I'm talking about period. I said period because I feel no.
We as black men, well, men period, need to speak on that. Foreplay, a lot of us don't really understand that women really need foreplay.
Foreplay is so
Yeah.
Like, foreplay can last for hours, and me and I'm big on mental stimulation. So for me, actually, foreplay is an all day thing.
Yeah,
I'm dirty texting. You know, we talking throughout the day. So when I finally get to you, number
she's
one,
already
you ready. You ready.
Yeah.
You know, and then now the foreplay starts. You know, I have an oral fetish. I love eating pussy. I love body worship. You know what I'm saying? I have an ass worship fetish. So it's like all of that stuff. What do I need a toy for? You know what I'm saying? Like I literally, for me, like I said, I'm not speaking for any other man in this room or whoever's watching this. For me, I feel if a toy is necessary, then I didn't do my job.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel that. I said for me. I said for me. It may not be. I said for me though.
So to women, I mean for the women.
We're about to wrap it up. But let me. Yeah. We're about to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So let's move on to something right quick. We're gonna move on to the PSA. Okay, so here's the thing. We're gonna hand the phone to the professional up here. You know what I'm saying? The other weekend down in Deep Ellum, there was a human trafficking situation, and these two up front took care of that and handled that. If y'all would tell a story on this human trafficking situation.
Right. Well, I'm going to say we don't know if it was human trafficking. What we know is we were in Dots down in Deep Ellum, and we were watching an older gentleman kind of drag a stumbling younger lady who had to be maybe 22. She looked very young, through the streets. This lady kept falling. She couldn't walk on her own. There were two other gentlemen that ran up to him thinking they were helping him help his girl. We find out later she barely even knew this guy. She had potentially met him right before, right? And that's the next morning we found out she didn't know him. When those other two gentlemen took her and said, hey, we'll hold her up while you go get your vehicle, dude took off. We find out, that he's like 38 years old because she knew his name. So we looked him up on Instagram, find out he's a much older gentleman, right? He takes off. He doesn't come back. We're out there with her and these other two gentlemen, probably for a good 40, 45 minutes. She's throwing up. She's laying down. She can't walk. She can't even sit up at points. Keelan finally gets the opportunity to kind of talk to her. And I'm talking to the other guy and I was like, do you know her? He like, no, I don't really know her. We helping him. I was like, okay. He was like, but I work for the sheriff's department, and he flashes his badge. I was like, okay, cool. You work for the sheriff's department and you got a badge. Where your state issued ID? And he was like, oh, I got that too. Cool. Pulls that out. I see it. Keelan tries to talk to the young lady. Is there a number we can call? Do you have a phone? Do you have a purse, ID, anything? One, she's actually not very coherent. She can't really talk. Keelan finally gets a phone number from her, and we find out it's her mom. So Keelan calls her mom, and
no, we called. So I asked her, and one thing you should always remember: at least one phone number, because that's literally I say, do you know any phone numbers? Anybody I can say, hey, I'm with this person right here. She says her name is, and she called her mom, and I said, hey, I'm in Dallas. I said, hey, I'm with so-and-so right now. She's in downtown Dallas. She's drunk. And she said, not my daughter. They live in Oklahoma. She said, not my daughter. My daughter in Oklahoma. No, in Dallas. I said, no, I'm standing right here right now. And it's the only number she knows. She's drunk in downtown Dallas. And, and some guy was walking with her. And just so happened, her and another young was just observing, saying it just didn't look right. And about the third time, we walked across the street because it was like, it just don't look right. Let's at least go make contact. And so we went over there. And when we went over there, it was literally that. And I talked to her mom, and it was like, okay, well, where are friends? I say, she's out here by herself, walking with her. So when they end up they were like, well, we got an Uber. I said, well, do you got anybody in Dallas that she can go to? Because she's not even supposed to be down here. She was sneaking down here with her friends. Yeah, so they were all hanging out. And one, her friends are shitty. Because they didn't know, like I say, we've been there 45 minutes to an hour, and nobody pulled up. And then two, once they were like, well, we'll put in an Uber, and they were in DeSoto, I was like, well, I didn't feel comfortable putting this young lady in an Uber. And I was like, she's too drunk to just, I'd hate to do that too. So I was like, well, here's our drivers, here's our information. We'll take her home. we'll take her to where your family is, rather. You know, wherever you got family, we'll take her home. This is my number. This is Diana's number. I let Diana talk to the mom so maybe they could, you know, develop more of a rapport than the guy, right? And then and that's what happened. We took her home and she was so out of it. Well,
And before we took her home, you know, the two guys that was there, the one worked for the sheriff's office. I was like, we'll take her home. Because one, Uber and Lyft, they're not going to take her. She's entirely too intoxicated. They're not going to have her in the car, right? According to their rules. She was incoherent. They would not put her in the car. There's no way she's going to get home. She doesn't have anybody there. She doesn't have a phone. She doesn't have ID. We've got this one person that we were talking to who said that's her mom. Cool. We can't talk to her. At this point, she's passed out on the street. I told the guy, I was like, we'll take her home. Keelan went to go get the truck. He was like, well, you're going to take her home. Let me see your ID. And it just so happens I'm a retired cop from the military. I did 20 years. So I was like, okay, bam, retired ID card. Here's my state issued ID card. He's like, okay, cool. Keelan finally comes back with the truck. We have to put her in there. It's not she's stepping in there. We literally have to put her in there in the back, you know, in the back of the truck. Folks are asking, why didn't you call the ambulance? Well, quite frankly, we didn't want to get involved with the ambulance. We wanted this young lady to get to someone who knows her, because no one knows her. None of us knew this young lady. She had no friends. And the only thing we know is some random 38-year-old dude is dragging her down the street.
No, we got to. No. So we ended up getting her to DeSoto, to her family. She had one piece of family that was like, oh, I got somebody. She called. Her mother did. And we got her to her family in DeSoto. We got her there. And we literally had to pretty much pick her up out the truck, carry her in, you know, get her situated. And we head out. And then after that, you know, she called the next morning because they ended up having to call the ambulance for her, you know, to check on her because she most likely she had been drugged. You know, and then on the way there, her friends call, hey, and I can't think of the young lady's name right now, but where's so-and-so? And I'm like, well, we're taking her to a family right now. Well, she's supposed to be with us. And this is an hour and a half later. Y'all just now looking for it. And they in her mother's car. So now they trying to figure out how to drop the car. The situation's going horrible for everybody right now. So we're like, well, you know what? Call her mother. And her mother gave the address to where she need to be, because right now we ain't telling you nothing other than this is what we taking her. And we talk to the people we need to talk to. So we got her there, and then they end up dropping the car off, and they called me like bright and early the next morning, like 7:30 the next morning, because she wanted to say thank you. She was like, you know, I feel a whole lot better, and thank you. And the friends tried to show up, and her aunt said, it was an aunt, they ain't showing up over here at 518. Our friends had to stay outside. She was pissed. And I understood that, because I'm like, if these are friends, they shouldn't have done you like that. I just did that. I didn't get that. But anyway, that's what happened. But she got home safe. She texted her mother text, she texted, just saying thank you for even paying attention. And as a guy, I saw it, but just thinking she's drunk. Her and the other lady picked up on it like, something just ain't right. Let's just make contact. Because honestly, by myself, I wouldn't have. I'd be like, oh shit, wow. But they honestly, I would have thought maybe they were together. But they did that. They said, let's go make contact. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go over here. And when I saw the dudes, I'm like, violence. We got to get violent. I'm ready. That's my mindset, right? Like, because if they get disrespectful online, I'm thinking, my first thing is pure violence. Fuck the situation up, but it's what it is. But it turned out to be a good situation for her. And it don't happen like that for everybody.
Really don't know. That young lady could have been sexually assaulted. That young lady could have been trafficked. No one would have known where she went, who she was with, or anything. There would have been no tracking because her cell phone was with her friends. Her ID was with her friends. And it just so happened we really wasn't supposed to be there, because that was bar number 3 we were at. Bar number 2, I was like, let's go. We got something to do tonight. And Keelan was like, no, let's just stick with them for a minute. And he kept insisting that we go to this third bar. So really, you know, had he agreed with me and we would have left after bar number 2, we wouldn't have been there. So
credit. I'll take some of that credit, but it wasn't on me.
I was gonna say, like, it goes to show, like, the whole mechanism of when friends stick together, we have these unspoken rules. Like, for instance, if I go anywhere with any friends, male or female, we together until it's time to disperse. If I go to the club with you, I'm on swivel until it's time to go. If an old girl goes to the bathroom, hey, I'm either outside the door, outside of the bathroom, or I'm inside the bathroom waiting for you while you throw up, go to the bathroom, tinkle, however, whatever you're doing. But we going together, because a lot of things happen, and it's not just women, but it happens more so to women. Women are taken advantage of because they get sloppy drunk and they're not being responsible. But these new age people, I'm a millennial, and I sometimes don't even like claiming to be one. I feel like in my mind, I'm slightly older, but being a millennial, it sucks because a lot of us are not vigilant. We did go outside and play as kids. We weren't just the digital kids at all. Like, we did actually go outside and not have to worry about being kidnapped, things of that nature. But my parents taught me, like, be vigilant, make sure you don't talk to strangers, things of that nature. And the same goes for when you're an adult. And I feel like we need to keep reiterating that, even though it's technically unspoken. I guess we got to start speaking on it more about these sister codes and these bro codes. Like, we got to stick together when we go out, because things, even for men, you could have been in a situation where you were by yourself, Keelan. It could have been looked at as rape, like you were the person who was attacking the girl, and it really wasn't it. But because you two were together, it ended up being a positive thing. But perception could be the perception could have been the reality of you being the aggressor at that time.
If I was by myself, I probably would never approached her. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. If I was by myself, I probably never would approach her, simply because of that, right? Even if I thought it was something wrong, because even just to hand off and say, bro, you got to get away from here, and now it looked like I'm the guy. So by myself, I never would approach it. With them two, it was more, but by myself, no.
Not even that. I mean, we understood that we are the lesser of the two evils, right? So when Keelan gave me the phone to talk to her mom, she felt better knowing that he was with a woman in the vehicle, right? The sheriff's department, they was like, okay, we feel better turning her over to y'all because you're all a couple. And I totally get that. It's also one of the reasons why I went up to the door to her family instead of him, because I understand I'm the lesser of the two evils in a situation like this. So yeah, men, even if you want to be a savior, sometimes you have to be careful. But because we were there, and this is all just happenstance, it's happenstance. And this young lady was able to wake up the next morning with her family, not having been sexually assaulted, not having been trafficked. People knew where she was. And that is not the case for every young lady. And while we were leaving, Keelan was so triggered because he has daughters. One of them's 31, the other one's 26. And they down there drinking and having a good time. And sometimes you don't want to think that your child could be in that situation. So it just so happened that we were there to help this one woman with her daughter who found themselves in that situation, right?
That's matter.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so tonight, hey, ladies and gentlemen, man, y'all be more vigilant out there in the streets. Y'all care about people a little bit more nowadays. And, back in the day, you know what I'm saying, if we'd have seen something like that, if our generation would have seen something like that, our mothers, our fathers, they would have spoke up. Most people nowadays don't speak up. Be more vigilant. Care about people in general. Start caring about people. You know what I'm saying? Try that on for size. Well, we're gonna wrap it up a little bit. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Her mother. I want to jump in. I learned this, as I campaign. So one thing I learned, and one thing I told her mother, because she was like, they want to do so much. I said, man, although sometimes we seem, especially us as Black folks, we seem so just disjointed. I said, man, we still a village, and regardless of what this village is, we still got to look out for each other. Look out. I said, man, you might be in a situation. Pay attention, because that may be my child one day. That may be somebody else's child. So just pay attention. And we just happen to be there. So I told her, y'all don't owe us anything, because they was wanting to do so much. I'm like, no, y'all don't owe us anything. Just if it happens and you see it, pay attention and be there. We still the same village. We still got to raise each other. We still helping each other out. And we sometimes we forget it, but we ain't totally forgotten it yet. And that's it. Okay, now I'm get up.
He talked to y'all tonight, but I'm talking about. Hey, y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. All right, so like I said, we're gonna wrap it up because I know we're over our time or whatnot. But hey, be a village, be vigilant, and care about people. Point blank period. We talked about a little bit of everything tonight. We talked about ding-a-ling size. We talked about enhancements. All that is good. All that is great. If it's for your confidence, do it. Love yourself abundantly. So you'll know how to be loved. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me start out by the outros here. We're going to start over here to my left, Adonis.
The BOA Experience, September 16th here at the Red Room, and also every third Friday of the month. You can follow me on Instagram at BOA_erotica and the BOA Experience.
I'm El Monique. I do have an event coming up September 17th at Soar Chicago. It's R&B with a touch of soul. I'll be spitting that night. So come on and check me out. For the details, you can find me on Instagram at me or my alter ego.
Oh, this is your girl, J Bay. IG official_, J Bay 24. I'm your official host for the once a month karaoke nights. We have it this Friday starting at 7. Come out. We playing Truth or Dare, and I definitely am nosy, so please choose truth. Okay? All right. But I'm happy to be here again, J Bay. About to pass it on to my cousin.
Red Room, Nicole.
To Jesse Gents Entertainment. September 25th. We have Mars. Exotic Entertainment. We have 2 male entertainers, one Dom entertainer from St. Louis, Missouri. And then we also have a female entertainer that will be here performing that evening to close us out. It will be a co-ed event. I just highly encourage men to get here around 10 o'clock. That way you ain't got to see no dang-a-lang slanging. Go to the Red Room page, or you can hit me up on Superman Smith on social media, Facebook, and then Majestic Gents on Instagram.
Say Teddy Graham might be making.
Yeah, I'm putting to you like this though. Teddy Graham be killing it with the flag and hey, anytime you come to the event, this man finna put in that work straight up.
Thank you for letting me be here. It was awesome, and that's it. My name's Rick.
Enjoyed myself.
I'm Diana, owner operator of 360 Coaching and Counseling, licensed professional counselor here in Texas. And as my alter ego, I'll be at the Red Room on the 10th doing sensation play. I'm an electro play type. So the Fire and Ice event, come check me out. You might have a good time. Be surprised.
It did, right? You saw that? All right, I'm Keelan. Lifestyle_Club for sure. I got my third Thursdays next week at Colette's. I'm trying to get somebody's band lifted. So, but no, so you'll see me next week at third Thursdays. I'll be down here Friday to watch Diana's electric play. Come check her out. Saturday. Diana be here when she sees her schedule and she knows when she's supposed to be here. So it'll be Fire and Ice with the House of Fusion, actually. And they're a great group of people, and they also got a lot going on. So make sure you follow us, lifestyleunlimited.club. You can follow me on Instagram the same way, lifestyleunlimited.club. Reach out to me.
Sergio, once again, and thank you for having me. And like I said, you can follow me at The Real Estate Surge, and I hope to be part of this a lot more.
People, just FYI, thank y'all for coming. Y'all were a pleasure.
Pass that microphone back to
Back next week again for a fresh round.
Hey.
Real quick, just came in Paint and Sip, September 20th. YLA Creative. That's our producer suite, if y'all don't know. And then also, We have a donation drive. OW Homes alumni. It's been to benefit the Homes boss and that's September. Information can be reached on Redroom Dallas and YLA Creative Studios.
All right, now say, like I said, when y'all go to play with them toys tonight, y'all think about us, okay? Anyway, love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all be good. We'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Make my way downtown. Something homebound.